Hello. I hope you all had a fabulous day yesterday, whatever you were doing, whether you were spending it with family, spending it on your own crafting. I hope you had a great day. Boxing Day tag. There are two options for the Boxing Day tag. There is the cute little fox and the cute little baby dragon. You can pick and choose which you do, or you could do one of each. I have got two background tags done. I've mounted them and backed them. Now, because of the lovely Michelle Scott the dude, I printed onto this is a tracing paper. It's a vellum type tracing paper, very thick. It's a sturdy one. I'm not sure what the GSM is, but it's quite thick. So I've printed it onto there. I also reversed it and printed it in reverse. Obviously that was no good on the reverse one. And I have also printed onto a printable acetate. Now, it looks super cute like this, but once you have removed that, there is very little detail on there. But we are going to work with this and this, like a little shaker tag. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut, if I can carefully not cut into either of these tags, because like I said, it is very difficult to see. I'm going to move that one aside, so you can see on the board how pale that actually is. Now I'm going to put it over here, and it does look like a very blurry, let me just move that, a very blurry photograph until it is lined up perfectly. So I'm going to line these up. And I think that's it. Okay, so there. Now, before I cut this, I'm going to sew around the sides and the top edge and try and keep that in place. What's going to happen is we are going to actually put some things inside here, so it is going to move around a little bit. Now this is sewn, I'm actually going to cut around that tag. Now I've got a good view of what I'm cutting, so I'm going to trim around here, but I've just wanted to do one of these tags. So many have been done through this, and it's been very inspiring, and I want to have a go. I have done a test. This one, I have done a test of this, not like the Christmas Day one, not like yesterday. I have actually done a test. This one does kind of work. Right, now I have this fake snow, and from my test, I know not to go over the top. I'm gonna pop open the bottom of that and just put in a really small amount at a time to fill this. Now you could use sequins, snowflake sequins, you could use little snowflake die cuts, all sorts of things to go in here. This is just what I have from last year from some baubles that I made. I think that's enough. I'm not going to put any more in there. I'm now going to sew just along the, overlapping this stitching a little bit and then up. There we go. Now let's get that snow off the fox's face so we can actually see. I don't know if you can see from the camera, but when you look square on, it's perfect. But if you move it around, it does become a little bit blurry. But I quite like that. I'm not worried about that actually. But that's because we've used two layers. We could have put something plain in front, but I like the two layers. And there we go. I've got a little shaker. Yay! So that's going to go onto a card. I'm going to finish this off before I move on to the next bit. So what I'm going to do is I want a reinforcer here because it does make it a little bit thin. So Right, I'm going to take this. Let's do the top. Got my little reinforcer, so give that a little ink, and I'm going to put the smallest amount of glue on here. Pat that in. Ah! And just put that on the top there. If you could put it on straight, that would be marvellous. Mine's not straight. Nothing I've done recently has been straight. That's okay. I'm going to put my hole in. I'm going to use a silver eyelet to keep that kind of snowy, wintry feel. Put that in place and just close that up. Now I'm going to use some of my fabulous trim that came from Kerry from Which Craft Do You Do. Actually, you could try and cut that in half. It might cut better. Might tie better. Tear that. Let's try the thin piece. When you get something you really, really like, you're kind of a little bit more sparing when you use it, aren't you? We've all been there. There we go. Right. Get my garment pin, and again I want a silver one. Grab that. All of my Christmas charms, they're all snowflakes. I thought I had more, but I apparently don't. I only have snowflakes. I'm going to go for quite a big one. We'll have a little jingle bell. I'm a bit obsessed with these. I'm going to go for the tiniest ones. And here, there are 3 sizes in here. So I'm going to go for the little one. That, very simple. Bell, snowflake. And I'm going to push this into my little fabric piece at the top there. So there is my little shaker. I don't know if you can see, but you can see through that. So that's the first thing, first part done. And this is the other one that I did, that I reversed. I don't know why I reversed it, but I did. So this is the tag that's going to go on. It's going to be extremely straightforward. So I'm going to ink round this first of all. So this really is the end, the last one today. The kit, same as it was yesterday. It's on my website in the members area. You need to sign up to the mailing list on my website to get your password. You need to check your junk maybe if you don't get it. Some people do need to confirm their email address, so you might need to do that. Now this is going to literally clip on to the side, but what I want to do is add something at the top of this one, and I think I'm going to, no I'm not, I think I'm going to, oh, that actually might work quite nicely, mightn't it? This is some of my Laurie Hay trim from her beautiful mystery boxes that she sent to me, and again very sparingly using that. And we'll take some of the trim here. I want some blue. I'll find my blue end. There we go. That's beautiful. I don't need the peg. Right. I'm going to double that up. That's going to be a bit long, and I'll end up with some scraps. Yay! Right, let's do that. I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to sew all the way around and make sure I catch my trim at the top there. Okay, so I've got a little bit to trim off there, but that's a good size scrap. That's usable. Now I have my little black bulldog clips. I'm going to take him over to the side, add that. So we haven't got lots of dimension like we have in previous. And now I think we're going to go for the Happy New Year. So I'm just going to ink around the edge of this. My box is pretty full, although I do still have a couple of tags to go. I got behind on my own collaboration. Put that there. So there we go. Tag number 1. Shaker tag. Shaker, shaker. Love it. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so that's one tag down, and we're going to just do the next one. This one is going to be even more simple. Okay, so I've got my vellum. You could always print this twice. You don't need to, it's not vellum, it's actually tracing paper. You don't need to have this printed onto tracing paper at all. You could just print it onto your normal paper. I'm going to ink the edge of my tag. My big tag. I'm not going to do the back. I can do the back in a bit. Now this piece, can you see the kind of the line of the hill? I'm just going to cut that like so. Put that there, and now I'm going to sew around my tag. Very, very simple. This time I've got my tag. I've backed it, but I haven't done a brilliant job because I've used Christmas card, and as you can see there is a bit of Christmas card there. I'm just going to check this actually fits in my pocket. Yep, he just peeks over the top there. Now can you see I've actually got a brown line there, which I'm not too happy about, or with a little bit of the blue tree. So what I'm going to do, nice and easy knot, I'm going to grab my cutting mat and slide that in. This is the kind of thing that happens to me all the time. I'm just going to trim this. There we go. Got rid of that mark. Okay, you could have equally have tried that with the acetate, which I'm not going to do, but you could. Should we go for the dragon? No, he's facing the wrong way, isn't he? He's facing the wrong way. So I'm going to decorate that. Or I could just use the other shaker card. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the shaker card. What I would have done is just sewn around, made that very, very simple, as I did before. Now this time I'm going to use the Best Wishes. Now I'm going to use score tape for this. Now this is the 26th obviously, but there isn't a number for the 26th. I've just put Happy New Year. So like I said, you could use your tag, you could mount it to give it some dimension as we have on many of our other tags, but I'm going to go with my second Fox Shaker tag in there. But I'm going to, oh, let's use our clip. So there we have our 2 Boxing Day tags. Looking forward to 2023. I hope you like them. I think I'm just going to do a little something on this one. It's obviously going to have to dry. I'm going to take that out for a moment, and I'm going to just put a row of stickles around the edge of that to give it maybe just a little, just to give that an edge. I'm going to be very careful not to go too close to the edge so it doesn't spread to that tag. Right, now this is one thing I have found when I'm using stickles, is it does come out quite thick in places and takes a little bit of time to dry. But with these with the glittery ones, what I'm going to do is just run my finger over that. It spreads it out, it makes it thinner, and you get a nicer area. There we go. Spread the ink out a little bit as well, obviously, because I've only got an inkjet printer. So I'm going to put that back in there, And there we have it, our 2 Boxing Day shaker tags. I really hope that you have enjoyed the December daily this year. I'm so glad that we did the 2 extra days, because it was a bit sad that we were coming to an end. So I want to wish you all the most peaceful 2023. I'm sending you all of my love and hugs, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.